Why is Simpson's paradox a counterintuitive number phenomenon? Have you ever looked at statistics and thought, that just doesn't make sense? Well, that's where Simpson's paradox comes in. It's a fascinating phenomenon that can turn our understanding of numbers upside down. Let's break it down together. Simpson's paradox occurs when the overall trend in data contradicts the trends within individual groups. Imagine you have two treatments for a medical condition. In every subgroup, one treatment seems better than the other. However, when you combine the data, it might suggest the opposite. This can be confusing and even misleading. Why does this happen? Often, it's due to a confounding variable. This is an extra factor that influences how the data is distributed. For example, if women apply to more competitive departments in a university, the overall acceptance rates might show bias against them. Yet, when you look at each department separately, women may actually have higher acceptance rates. This paradox is especially important in fields like medical research and social sciences. Decisions based on aggregated data can lead to incorrect conclusions if we ignore subgroup differences. It highlights the need for careful interpretation of statistics. In our everyday lives, we encounter numbers everywhere. From sports statistics to health data, understanding how to interpret these figures is essential. Simpson's paradox teaches us that numbers can tell different stories depending on how they are grouped. The cultural and historical significance of numbers also plays a role. Different societies may attribute various meanings to specific numbers. For instance, the number 4 is often associated with bad luck in some Asian cultures, while the number 7 is seen as lucky in many Western cultures. This shows how context matters when interpreting statistics. Numbers are not just figures, they carry stories shaped by culture and history. So, the next time you look at statistics, remember Simpson's paradox. It reminds us to dig deeper and consider the context. Numbers can be tricky, but with a careful approach, we can better understand the stories they tell in our society and everyday life.